Good morning, lovely people, and welcome to the Bethlehem Morning Show. I am one of your hosts. I am one of your hosts this morning, Alexandra Weber, and we have
Lorena Tucker.
We are doing something special this morning that's a little different, obviously. They are not opening up the morning show, and you have us. We are going to be interviewing our morning show hosts that normally do the morning show, and we're excited about it. We're excited about this opportunity. Just make sure you go and like and share our posts so we can get it out to everybody. And with them giggling, I'm feeling like I'm doing something or missing something, but that's okay. But we do. We are. I feel like we're being judged. Make sure you give me the feedback that I can do better next time.
No, me and Craig are just nervous to be on the morning show.
This is our first time, actually.
Well, your first time being interviewed, for sure.
I'm over here shaking.
Well, we do have some questions for them this morning, and I would like to start off with saying, why in the world would you choose a morning show and not an evening show?
This is rough.
That's a pastor question.
Well, the morning show originally was an evening show. We go back to the roots.
It was.
All right. Well, wait. Don't go into that.
Don't go anywhere else with that.
We've got more questions.
Okay. We'll keep it right there.
That's so funny. Okay, we do have some questions, and we'll just jump right into them. We've got a couple questions. I know they can talk for hours and hours, so we'll just ask a couple questions and see how far it takes us. How about that? The first question is actually for Sergio. What does it look like to do the morning show with a 70-year-old man every morning?
Wait a second.
I knew there was going to be a turn to this.
First of all, I want to clarify, I didn't say that. She did, so, because my co-host...
But you made it.
He did. He said...
You made it.
He told me to say that last night, actually, so...
No, so how does it feel to be on the morning show...
With an old man.
With a young man?
I kind of liked that question, too. I got to thinking about it.
No, Craig, Craig may look old, but he is as young as anybody can look. No, I'm just kidding. No, my morning show looks young, and he acts young, and I have a good time with him always, so it's always a good time.
That was fun. Yeah, that was just our first fun question.
I like that question.
A little more serious. We just had to crack a joke on
we wouldn't have expected any less.
Right.
All right. I actually asked some people some questions that they would like to ask of you.
Oh, that's wonderful.
We'll ask if they had any questions. And one of them, you almost answered already, is where did the vision come from and where did it start?
It actually started at a pre-service show at the first or the second tent revival?
I believe the first tent revival.
I believe it was the first one. That's where the idea kind of originated, and it was fun. We liked it. Pastor V seen a vision in it, and he's like, you know what? I think this is something we can do on Sunday mornings to kind of get people up, get them stirring, get them moving, and kind of get them in that, make us real type deal, and put faces to the church.
I know a lot of times I watch it while I'm getting ready, and if you ever run over, it kind of messes me up. I get to church.
You're late for church.
That's funny.
So we can blame you guys.
You probably just got us cut right then for saying we making people late for church.
That's a first. I never heard that one.
You can blame it on us if you want to.
Okay. I'm sure it's all on you.
You do have to blame our shortcomings on someone, and it's not going to be us. So
we'll just take the blame, Craig.
Okay, so the next question is, how has it impacted your other ministries?
Well, definitely getting comfortable to speak. Sure. When you come up here, me and Craig, I would dare say that half of the time we don't know what we're going to say. No. Which is why half the time we're just laughing and cutting up. Because deep down we're like, bro, good and well that came out of wherever. But what's awesome about it is, and this happens often on this show, is that we get into a flow of the Holy Ghost. And so just learning how to tap into that flow and just let it just be real and genuine, that's probably one of the best things that's come out of it for me.
Yeah, I would definitely like to tag on to what he's saying there. It's most definitely helped me to be in front of people, to not be as nervous or what. I still get nervous. I'm not going to lie about that. When I hear that 3, 2, 1, my heart flutters every time. But it definitely has helped me in a lot of ways. Sergio and I have had some amazing people set up here and join us. We've learned a lot, because we've got to be able to get on a personal level with those people. And, not just big name people, but I'm talking about just people in our congregation, it's just helped tremendously as far as ministry and just pushing you to that next level.
Well, I find it nice to know that I find things different about other ministries in the church when I sit and listen to what other people have to say. And like you said, y'all have interviewed pretty much every department, but y'all. So
yeah.
And this is an important ministry as well. And so that's why I felt like it was like a good idea to have y'all come in and see how it's impacted our church. And it's part of our ministry, our ministry department. It's very important. I'm going to interject another question here. Are you famous yet?
I do have people tell, you're that guy from the morning show.
Exactly.
I'm not Craig anymore. You're that guy from the morning show.
I was at a James Wilson concert, and this man from like 3-4 states away is like, I'm like, what? He's just like pointing at me, and I'm like, hey. He's like, hey, you're that guy with that other guy. I'm like, yeah, that's us.
One thing that I get a lot here, like in the community and just out of people out of different churches, different denominations, is we have a lot of followers that are not apostolic. And, I love that. I love that because, there's seeds going out.
My grandmother, who can't speak English, watches the morning show. So
That's so cool.
yeah, she'll sit there.
Beans today is bilingual, Daddy.
Yeah.
Right.
It'd be a good day for her to watch the service, too. That's awesome.
Oh, I think she'll be here.
Really?
Yes,
That's
fine.
great. That's wonderful.
Go ahead.
Yep, there she is.
She's watching.
She's watching
Hi,
right now.
Sergio's grandma.
Hola, Wawi, ¿cómo estás? Hola.
In the mic.
Hola.
Say hola, Wawi.
I'm not doing all that. You have me
is
saying
too
something I
fun.
don't need to
Yo,
say.
Doña Tina.
This is too fun. Okay.
Too much.
What is your vision for the morning show in the future? Crickets.
Being I'm the oldest host, I would love, because we're going in October will be our second year for the morning show. So I feel like, we've crossed that year threshold. So it's something now,
It's stuck. Yeah, it's not just a thing.
It's a part of Bethlehem now.
Right.
And so, I'm not saying that I'm ready to give up my seat, but I would love to see it just go on to the next generation and just keep on and keep it on. Because, once we get next door and we have a congregation the size that we're preparing for, it's going to be awesome to have all the people, it's just going to be great. I'm anxious to see how it grows.
Yeah, and to tag along with that, I could easily see this being something where like people rotate. Hosts rotate every morning.
That would be good.
Because
To give you guys a break, too.
yeah, absolutely.
Sleep is good.
Absolutely. In Jesus' name. 5:45 a.m. It ain't. But
And I don't think Sergio or I either one are ready to give it up. We just want to see it. Do you know what I mean? Continue to grow.
absolutely.
Exactly.
Because one of the things that I've been told is just that, and that I've realized is that I've been told, hey, you have the personality to be up there, and I wouldn't have known that if I would have never been put in this. So who else is in the church that may be wonderful at being up here? So.
Well, not me, because I tend to stutter and combine words into one that nobody knows what they are.
Well, hey, for her first time opening
You
up,
and I are just alike.
Oh, no. I'm just kidding.
I say some things and I'm like, did that just come out of my mouth?
bro.
I, unfortunately, am
Literally.
the same.
You said something Wednesday night, and I was like, what? What was that?
Trust me, I do the same thing. And then I go back and I watch it back and I'm like, the Lord fixed that because I remember messing up right there.
Yes, my grandmother, last night I asked her because I was like, it's nice because she watches the morning show every Sunday. So hello, Nana, if you're watching. But she watches this every Sunday morning, and I asked her, I said, do you have any questions you would like to ask the morning show hosts? And and I said, well, what do you think I should say? She said, just pray that just open your mouth and pray that the Lord will fill your mouth with words. I said, well, he better, because what comes out of my mouth, we never know.
Me and Craig can attest. That's true.
That's true. Yeah, there's been times like on my route here, I'll be like, Lord, I ain't got a clue what we're going to talk about today, and it's just open your mouth. Yeah, this church has God's favor, and I'm not about to let you mess it up.
Well, that's a good way to look at it too. We're not gonna let all of this be messed up by one person.
I'm not gonna let you mess up my deal.
But if you do mess up, you're never going to live it down around here.
No. But I don't let myself live it down. I will say, that didn't sound right.
Right?
Yeah, see, that's why sometimes I won't even go back and, like, if I knew that show, I may have said something. I don't even go back and listen to it.
You don't? I have to.
Really?
I go back and I laugh at myself, and then I don't sleep for days because I'm thinking about it.
See, I just sit there and cringe, and then rewatch it. And I'm like, why did you say that?
I'm not that way. I go back and watch it, and if I see where I mess up or sound crazy or whatever, I laugh. I think it's funny. I do. I really do. But I try to use that to correct it, of course. But it is hilarious.
That is funny. You want me to?
Crickets.
No.
Crickets.
Well, okay, so
This one is definitely crickets today.
no, I just talk a lot, and she doesn't mind. Well, what I was going to say to add on to that, there was a couple months back, I remember somebody asked me to be a part of the morning show, and I got very, very nervous. I usually sing. I'm not a speaker that much. I mean, in person, I'm pretty outgoing, or so people would think, but I did not know what I was going to say. I had to back out, so I apologize.
It's okay.
For flaking
It's okay.
because I was so nervous. I said, I don't know what they're going to ask me. What am I going to say? I didn't know. So that was fun. That was my bad.
It was probably one of the days that Sergio was off on one of his adventures on the mission field or something, I'm sure.
You ran away. And
I did. No, what's funny is you say that, and I don't know about you, Brother Craig, but sometimes I get nervous because our guests will be like kind of awkward sometimes. Oh. They'll be the ones that are just staring at the ceiling, and we're like, hey, are you there? But it's funny because I'm like, I'm getting nervous, but I'm the host here, and you're just sitting there chilling looking at the ceiling.
Like dreading what the next question's going to be or something.
It's like, where are we going to go with this?
Because we've had some pretty good, big name people sit here with us, and I don't mean to just sound like I'm bragging about that, but that's awkward for me. I'm like, I get to talk to this.
Yeah, because then it's like, I don't want to sound ignorant to this renowned preacher.
That's funny. You all do very, very well, especially with just going off the cuff. I don't have cuffs, I guess.
I don't anymore.
This one actually kind of went with that other question, but it could go other places. Could you see the morning show branching off into different segments in the years to come?
Yes, we are actually in the plannings right now of just trying to maybe go and interview other people just outside of the church, and not like other church people, of course, like bishops and different things to that nature, actually going to their place, interviewing them, then coming back and being able to just something different. And then Brother Ethan and I have, I can't talk without my hands, y'all. I'm sorry.
Sit on them.
Yeah. Brother Ethan and I have actually talked about Sergio. He does these mission trips and stuff. So we've talked about doing something like a segment of like, where's Waldo?
Oh, that would be great.
You know what I mean? Just to add some humor.
Where's Sergio?
Where's Sergio?
Funny.
And, because he's always got his camera with him too. So he's always taking pictures. So
I do. That would be neat.
Good.
That would be neat.
I like that idea.
Even when you're here, though, I feel like people are like, has anybody seen Sergio? And nobody's seen Sergio.
Well, I may always want to go. Like, I have to be up here, then down there, and just running around.
It was everywhere.
Yeah, just...
Jack of all trades.
Something like that, I guess.
Right.
Jean's starting to giggle already. Look at her.
We love our morning show people over here.
Yes, you know what? Shout out to all the, one thing about the morning show, bro, there are so many faithful listeners, especially from the church. Shout out to all of you guys. If I try to name them all, we'd sit here all day, but we appreciate that, honestly.
Well, we got 15 minutes, so go ahead. Oh, I'm just kidding.
You know what?
My aunt actually watches, and I'm like, good morning, Aunt Joyce.
Do we have anybody else who
from Indiana? Good morning, Aunt Joyce. Good morning, Mom and Dad.
I want want to give a shout out to my friend Joseph. He said, "Love you, Sergio." I love you too, bro.
Oh, that's awesome. Anybody want to love on me today? I'm sorry.
This is what makes the morning show. This is
know.
what we're doing, right? Cutting up, just having fun.
So you know what I forgot because I got tongue twisted?
What we did over the weekend.
I did. I forgot to tell you what I did this weekend.
Okay, what did you do? I'm intrigued.
I broke a nail.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
But the main thing, I don't think I sat down all day yesterday. Had 2 weddings. I did hair for 2 weddings yesterday. 2 brides. About 6 heads of hair all day yesterday.
So is your nail in one of those heads of hair?
Possibly. Not sure. We're not real sure, so I'm sorry. If you find something strange in your hair and I did it, it's the nail. No, it has been a constant go this weekend for me. And this afternoon, I'm also going to do another head of hair. I think that's just going to be a new side job. That's going to be fun.
well, you're very good at it.
Yeah, there you go.
I just like my perm. I told somebody this
Absolutely.
morning I woke up and I didn't have to do anything to my hair.
You just woke up like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to think about it. I did.
Did you wake up and not have to do anything to your hair?
I did wake up like this, actually. Suit and everything. I stay ready.
Lie.
I wish. No.
Son, you're in church.
What did you do?
On the platform.
I'm kidding. No, I didn't. I just had
What
to put the
did-
suit on.
Oh, yeah.
And lotion on your hands.
Yeah. Ashiness.
Jason Lebo said the crappie ain't biting, Brother Craig. Enjoy watching the show. You better be at church since crappie ain't biting.
Ain't biting.
That's fun. Well, that was all I did this weekend. I definitely forgot to do that because you guys always tell us what you did. So come on, chime in. What'd you do? Okay, nothing.
What did happen this weekend? I'm trying to think.
There's
too.
a wedding.
There was a
yesterday.
wedding.
There was
There was
a
a
wedding.
wedding.
Yeah, congratulations
We had,
to Aaron
yeah.
and Madison Hughes.
Yeah. We had the prison conference this weekend, too.
They had prison
Yeah.
conference.
It's been busy for
It's-
everybody.
It has.
Yeah.
I had our ladies' Bible study on Saturday, and
Yes.
it was very good. And I'm encouraged about how that's taken off.
I love that.
It's so much fun, and you learn so much about each other. And I've learned that there's people that I get connected to by doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
That I don't get connected to when we're at church because there's so many people around, and it's hard to get to everybody and learn. And some of the new people that have come to church have come to the ladies' Bible study, and I've gotten connected with them that way, and I just love it. So
It's definitely a good connection to have a smaller setting to do that. Because here, like you said, it's hard to get to everybody. Even when you do, you say hi, and you can't get on a personal level at all. It's impossible, if you ask me, unless you sit here for hours after service. It's impossible. But yes, it's definitely enjoyed. The ladies' Bible study is on Saturdays. If anybody is interested, it's at 10 a.m., right? 9 a.m. I'm late. It's at 9 a.m. on Saturdays. We welcome you to join us. It's so refreshing to just study the Word with like-minded ladies. It's so fun.
and coffee.
David Hughes said, "Alex, you're the best. Could you do my hair?"
Yes.
It wouldn't take long.
That's probably where the nail went. You hit on that bald spot.
I didn't do
Logan
his.
said, "What hair?"
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Shots fired.
We're just enjoying the comments
Oh
here.
man, hey, the comments are finally lively. We begged the comment section at the time to say something. But
Apparently.
Even if it is at David Hughes' expense, we love them. Keep them coming.
yeah, come on, y'all. Yeah.
Apparently, you just needed us.
Just needed some personality.
Well, no, we have 42 viewers. That's a big amount. So y'all are the famous ones apparently.
Y'all have made us famous.
It's
Yeah.
the pink.
It is.
It's right. It's bright when
bright.
they're scrolling through their Facebook. They're like, "Oh, what is that?"
Let's click the pink.
We do have one more question.
Yes.
I've been kind of just trying to, fill in some space.
We have 10 minutes, so you better have more than
I
one
know.
more question.
I know.
We
What do you
actually
think?
have about 20 more minutes if we want it.
I don't. I don't.
That's true. That's true.
We do have one question, and then
It'll
we
be
can
our
take
turn
some
next.
questions from the audience there if we'd like, our
Absolutely.
online viewers. It'd be fun if you could drop where you're watching from right now. That would be awesome to know where everybody's watching from. That's great.
Sister Angela did say, love the BC Morning Show. Love you, Alex and Lorena.
Aw,
We love you.
Sorry, you guys. We love you too. But we'll go ahead and ask this question while we're waiting on some people to drop where they're watching from, like your city and state.
Yes, city and state.
City and state or country. That's so fun. I know we have viewers from all over the world, and it's just so interesting.
Yes, because I have a pastor from Chile tuning in. I want to give him a shout out. Bendiciones, Pastor Daniel. Los queremos.
Can you tell me what you said?
I said greetings, Pastor.
Oh.
We love you guys.
Thank you. Well, we are having, I don't know if any of you have just joined, but we are having a bilingual service this morning. So Brother Sergio is going to be, for Cinco de Mayo.
Chicken, cheese, and rice included. Just kidding.
Oh, I was getting really
You just
excited.
got every white American to come today.
I bet the
You
morning
just
show
filled
he's
the
about to
church
hop
up.
on.
Yeah.
We're going down to Bethlehem for that Mexican food.
We have a packed out service.
Oh, man.
Don't like some chicken, cheese, and rice.
They're going to be really, really sad when they come and it's not here. So then we're just going to send them to you and tell them that, give
And I'll
you
be
their
like,
bill.
False prophet.
Like, I've been,
False
you got
You
a deal
false
today at
prophet.
Hawaii.
You got a deal?
Hey, Brother Tim said, Craig or Elle, is there anything discussed during the wedding reception you need to share?
It was beautiful.
We can if he wants us to, can't we?
I think he did all the talking, though.
I think he did too.
Oh, I feel
That's normal, though. He likes to talk.
the lawyer in him is just a...
You know
It's
what it
always
is? It's
there.
that he's talking about that education remark, I'm sure. Yeah. So we're having a conversation about just school, teachers and this and that and other, and the comment was made, the higher your education goes, the dumber you get. And Tim's sitting there and he's like, it's like a 30-second delay, and he's like, hold on a minute. Because he's a lawyer, so he's like, hold on a minute.
He has a doctorate, so that's pretty high there.
Right.
Just
Dr. Tim?
saying. Yes.
Can we start calling him Brother Dr.
Please
Tim?
don't. Please don't.
She doesn't want us to, but
Please don't.
Brother
I'm
Dr.
probably
Tim.
going to. I'm so
Brother Dr.
sorry.
Tim.
It's like Uncle Brother Billy. We got an
Yes,
Uncle Brother Billy. Now we
exactly.
got an Uncle Brother Dr. Tim.
That's so fun. Okay, we can ask this last question, and then we can just, go off the comments. What are some of your most favorite and memorable morning shows?
When we had Brother Robin Johnson and he wore that suit.
What suit?
Bro, you remember? It was like he was looking fly. That's a good thing, by the way.
Okay.
Why'd you look at me
Don't feel
for?
bad. I have to look at him sometimes and be like, you got to interpret what you just said.
Well, I
English,
remember.
please.
Brother, I just remember walking in and Brother Johnson had this awesome suit on, and that was memorable because I love Brother Johnson anyway. But
So it was the suit.
yeah, it was just nice.
Impressed you, not what he had to say.
No, absolutely what he had to say as well.
He did have an awesome suit on, I remember, and he was just sitting here like waiting on us.
he was like,
Like,
yes.
you know,
So
'cause
you
he's
were
a big old
late
guy
and
He's
anyways.
a little intimidating sometimes.
So, yeah, he's just sitting there beside me, and I'm like, what's up, bro?
Yeah,
Like that. And I'm like, you're not going to intimidate me.
Except for you're a little intimidated right now, aren't
Yeah,
you?
you're not going to intimidate me.
You're
But
not
he's
gonna
got that
intimidate
person.
me.
Brother Johnson's got that personality, though, like
Yes.
to pick back and stuff.
Yeah.
But that was
he's
a good
awesome.
one.
We love him.
Yeah.
We love
You and I had one time. I forget what we were even talking about, but I remember it was really good. Just you could just tell that the Holy Ghost flowed, and it was just. We've had several of those.
Yeah.
Several. It had to be the Holy Ghost. It couldn't have been us.
Well, content-wise, I enjoyed when we had Sister Moretta Dunwoody, and she was breaking down a lot of like the psychological and spiritual like overlaps dealing with
That's
like
so neat.
the soul. And man, I was like, I'm shutting up. I'm letting you do all the talking.
Was it her and Brother Carson that had joined us that day?
It may have been because I do think we had another person on with
Yeah.
us.
Sister
We were-
Moretta just got her degree, and congratulations.
Yes.
If you're watching, that is
Congratulations.
amazing. She's amazing.
But she's one of the smart ones.
Yeah.
Yes,
With that
she's one
higher
of the smart
degree.
ones. The higher her education goes, she's definitely still smart, guys.
Everyone has been so great. Like if I was just gonna like put my hand on one particular episode, I don't think I can, because everybody has had their own place. It's been their own, it's just all been that good. But I will say this, but I didn't mean to speak over you right there. I think my favorite one of all times was when we did Mother's Day last year, and we had Sister Carson, Sister Joanna, I think my wife, and Sister Ellen Jeter was doing the interview.
Yes.
That one just sticks out to me, just because they talked about Sister Lillian Wilson so much, and it was just so much for the ladies in this church to be able to take in, and I really enjoyed that one.
I think I've thought about mine now. It's probably one of the two that we've done with some of the youth, just because we were just cutting up the whole time. It was funny. It's funny.
We like that.
Y'all are always fun as well.
Oh, okay. Well, we were waiting for that.
Yeah, y'all are always fun.
That's
So,
what
no,
we
I
wanted.
didn't mean to say that.
No.
We've only been on here twice, but we weren't at all mentioned. So.
This is probably a new high water mark for us, because we're able to just relax today. So.
I'm a little
Just
tense.
chill.
It's very.
I
My
actually
mind's
love
like
this.
going.
You love it?
I love this. This is just
That's nice.
awesome.
Now, listen. I'd be happy to come back, but listen. It has to be like an evening show. I am
Pre-recorded.
pre-recorded,
Yeah.
I could do it later at night. I'm up. I'm awake. Right
Yeah.
now, I'm surprised.
See,
Words are coming
you've
out.
made the comment right off the bat about the old man that's the host, and the old man that's the host likes to go to bed at night, so we'd have to do it like early afternoon.
Okay, I can do that. I'll be awake. I don't nap, so that works. Just as long as it's not this early.
I do nap, so hold on a minute.
Oh, wait. We got to get our schedules together. We'll get together after the show. And,
We will. We'll
and
organize
see.
it. We'll get it together for sure.
We've got some people viewing from different places.
From the great land of Myrtle suburbs.
Oh, that's a good question. Logan asked, what's the biggest thing you've gained since starting the morning show?
I think my friendship with Craig.
That's good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think him and I have grown to a level of friendship that wouldn't have happened without this. Just, you know what I mean, personal
for
connections
sure.
that took place here.
Right. And,
I can never get him on the phone throughout the week.
oh my
Don't even
gosh.
try.
It's ridiculous. And he
Where's
showed
Waldo?
me why. He showed me why last night. I was like, bro, I've been trying to go. Your name ain't on here. There's only one name with a bunch of hearts, a bunch of other little emojis on
God.
each side of the name. It's just like,
Probably why.
It's Jesus.
That's probably
maybe
why.
his grandmother a time or two, but she was missed call as well.
I did have a question. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to ask that.
Y'all making me get red up here. This is my show. I'm just kidding.
Not today, it's not, Sergio.
He's starting to bounce on your chair a little bit.
I'm like, what are they going to ask now? This is the moment where we divert the conversation.
Do you think the morning show is bringing new members into the church?
That's a good question, too.
I would say that it's
Ask that.
definitely helped us with the exposure of our online segment.
For sure.
I can't personally say that I've had somebody walk up to me here at church and say, I'm here because I watched your morning show.
I think it probably sparks an
Absolutely.
interest.
Yes.
And then
yes.
from there it grows, and let me watch their live stream, and then from there it grows into where they come to the church. So I mean, it's definitely important. It's a definite ministry that has really helped the church a lot. So
Yeah, I like that. Go ahead, Brother.
Well, you're
Sergio.
right about that, Sister Lorena, because I even the other day I was at the barbershop with my barber, and he was like, hey, I see that sometimes you share y'all's church's morning show. He, again, doesn't understand that much English, but he'll share it sometimes, or
That's
he'll
neat.
just comment, and so it definitely puts that interest or like that curiosity.
right.
You know, it's nice about Facebook because you don't have to put in a lot of effort to. You don't have to put in. I'm sorry. Brother Craig just called out and said that our cameraman is asleep, but I don't think he's sleeping. We love Avery. He's
Shout
not
out to
asleep.
Avery Hughes. He is faithful.
Good morning, Avery. Nice nap.
Oh my.
He was busy this weekend
Well,
too.
I think we
This
had
is
another
let your
one.
hair down Sunday, not go to sleep Sunday, Avery.
We also lost our other cameraman is MIA.
Yeah, the other one, we
Hey.
had a cameraman. He done got off.
Oh my.
This is fun.
Hey, shout out to Brother Avery, though. He is faithful. We love you, Brother Avery. This wouldn't be possible without you, buddy.
You know, it takes so much in the mornings. That was a half heart. You know how I don't know if you guys used to do it like this, like this. But nowadays they do it like this as a heart. Anyways, but it takes a lot to get here in the mornings, to be here every Sunday morning, and to be faithful for that. Yes. And not only that, it's not just these two that you see here. Like, we've got
Absolutely.
Pipkin, who is behind the scenes all the time, and Layden work. I'm telling you,
Brother
guys.
Josh, Brother Aaron Yates, even Billie Jean and Michael.
They're always here.
faithful.
It's so
We
faithful.
have a live audience always.
It's so nice, too, just to know you're not speaking directly into the camera. To see somebody sitting over there is kind of nice, because I feel like I'm talking to nobody.
Wow, that's a big long one there.
We got another question? But we want to say we appreciate you and for what you do in the morning shows. It is what I was saying a moment ago. Facebook makes it simple for people to go on and share and because it's simple. You don't have to give money. You don't have to come and be a part all the time. But it's so simple to just hit a button, like it, and share it. And you don't know how many people it reaches after that, Facebook is an awesome, awesome tool. If used correctly, it can be an awesome tool. And I appreciate it because I know that there are a lot of people, like you said in the beginning, in our community that don't come to this church. They may not be apostolic. They probably don't belong to another congregation, but it's just the seed that you're planting, that you're getting. It's like we're friends. Yeah, even if you haven't met, it's like they see you, they're like, oh, those are my people. Yeah.
I feel like I know you.
Yeah. It's a great thing for Bethlehem, honestly, and I really appreciate the dynamic it's brought to the church and the ministries, for sure.
Along with what you're saying, and I think Craig kind of mentioned it earlier, one of the, I think, visions that Brother V had for the morning show was that he just wanted to show that, we're people who have fun. We're real. We're not robotic Christians that just, live a certain kind of way and just don't laugh and have fun. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's important for sure.
Yeah, and I think, sometimes me and Craig, sometimes we feel like we say silly things, but I think people relate to it because they're real. They're not fake.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And so sometimes we're maybe too real, but still, we have a good time up here.
As long as you don't get your coattail pulled, I think you're all right.
Right.
Well, it's like when you were talking about Sister Moretta coming up here and with her what information that she had. That's where we live today. We have a lot of problems in society, and we have a lot of problems sometimes in people in the church, and they do mesh. The spirit and the natural do mesh, and we're all just people. We are people, and God. That's what God came for, to save all of us, and we're all sinners, and saved by grace. So that's important, that they can see that we're just people. We're not.
Sister Lorena, I like how you said that, because when you said that we're just sinners saved by grace, because I don't say this to boast, but me and Craig just a few years ago weren't doing any of this. Yeah. I wasn't up here. You weren't up here. Just a few years ago, I wasn't really even in church, if that makes sense. And so I think it just also lets people know that, hey, that can be you too one day, But I'll tell people, hey, I used to do this and this, and they'd be like, what? You used to do that? Yeah, I got a testimony too, And so, that's just part of it.
Yeah, it really spotlights that there's not just a restoration story. It don't just end at restoration. Right. There's a purpose after restoration. Right. And it's not that we always do the right thing. It's not that we always are, politically correct or whatever, because we're not. We're human. You already said it. We're human. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to laugh. We're going to cut up. That's who we are. When you see Sergio and I up here every day, this is who we are every day. Yes. Every day.
I would even say sometimes they only get pieces of.
Yes. Yes.
You have to filter. You have to filter. That's a hard thing for me. But again, this segment has been so fun.
We could do this like once a month. This is a good refresher for me.
All right.
So it's our turn to ask a question before we get off. How was y'all's first day as hosting the morning show?
A little nerve-wracking. It's easier to answer questions than it is to come up with them and then just try to be in charge to make it flow, make sure you got all the time spent that you need to. We what?
We did good.
Yeah, we did. High five. You did a wonderful job. I sat here and said,
No, you didn't.
It's not over yet. Y'all don't toot your horns yet.
No, okay, so I think that I needed a little bit more time than the 3, 2, 1. I think I needed a 10.
That 2 and 1 comes faster than the 3, doesn't it?
I was a little nervous. I said coast instead of host or co-host. I just meshed them together. But I had time to revive myself after that, 30 minutes of time.
I think the difference is if you make a mistake, it's okay. You can fix it and laugh about it, and it's appropriate. This is the appropriate place to do that. So.
Absolutely.
At least I didn't do it in the middle of a sermon or something.
Exactly.
Rodney Cooper said that we need some Bethlehem coffee mugs sitting on the table. We do have them.
Who said that?
Our host just didn't get them out for us this morning.
Hey, Rodney.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want the Bethlehem coffee cups because that just makes me want coffee even more, and we don't have that in the sanctuary. Just a reminder. We don't bring coffee in our sanctuary. But I do love those Bethlehem coffee mugs. You know what? We need some Bethlehem merch, like coffee mugs, like new ones. Or the Bethlehem Morning Show mugs. Just a thought, guys.
Maybe with our faces on them, huh?
Yeah, like the tumbler.
Ooh,
You
like
talking about
on
like
the
the tumbler
Tumblers,
style?
yeah. That would be great.
You know, it would be neat if you had just like a regular coffee cup that had Bethlehem Morning Show, and then you turn it up and like Sergio's staring at the other person.
That is funny.
That would be great.
Yes.
Funny. Just like, look at that.
Just an idea. Just an idea. Just
Where
throwing
in
that
the
out.
world is Sergio?
That is funny.
The bottom of my cup.
Yeah.
We could do those premiere of the day that we do. Where's Sergio?
Yes.
And then he can be looking
That would
at
be
you.
awesome.
We at least have to have one of those made.
That's funny. You
Just
know what?
one.
YouTube Planet. YouTube Planet.
All right, we will.
Okay.
Y'all put it together. You get them some
Our good selfie, huh?
video
Good
and
selfie.
photography for it. I
Because
know
apparently
you have it.
Channing's like, Pecco, what's your morning routine for fixing your hair?
Okay, who's that question to? You?
I've been asking this question for over a year now. What about this hair? His hair has. Oh, I'm with you, bro.
Bro, I just get out the shower, it's wet, put some gel, and that's it.
I'm trying to think. It looks like he takes his
It looks
hand
like he's had a
and
pick.
No, I don't use a brush. It's annoying.
It's your hand, right?
Yeah, just my hands.
Just whoop.
Just whoop, whoop, you know.
With the noise.
The noise and
sound effects
everything.
Yeah. When I'm in the mirror, like.
I see like a curl over right there, though. That's more than just.
It's like an
Yeah,
Elvis thing.
that's the wand. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's too much.
I'm actually surprised that you called it a wand and not like a curling iron or something. That's shocking to me. That's great. That's great.
Brother Noah, I seen him back there. He said, "How do I get to a point where I always look as nice as Pico?" Bro, you are rocking that better already.
You look a lot better than me back there, bro. You're too kind, Noah. You're too
killing
kind.
it.
Sure.
Everybody has their own personality and style.
Yes.
And
Your hair looks
yours
far
is-
better than his.
Absolutely. And if you got absolutely.
Pico's
my
suit is
gosh.
kind of nice. It's like a wide collared, whatever the
like
technical terms are.
This right, the lapel thing?
Yeah.
Yes, lapel, wider lapel. I do like them, except some people are like, you look like a villain, like you're going to fly away.
I felt like that yesterday. I had on a dress that had like poofy sleeves that made me feel like a linebacker. But anytime I would eat, I would lean down to eat, and my sleeves would just fall on in there. I had to tuck them under my arms.
Noah said, I don't have hair.
Oh.
Bro.
I see hair.
I do too.
That's so fun.
Well, if you guys ever want to build a boat, I know a guy.
That's fun.
Well, tell us what's happening this morning. I'm excited about it.
Me too.
Well, this morning, we are going to have a bilingual service. So I believe that's in celebration of Cinco de Mayo. See? See. So you guys will see me up here beside Pastor V. hopefully translating everything correctly. There's a joke in the like interpreter community where it's like, yeah, half the time 70% of the message gets translated. The other percent we kind of have to whatever.
You just kind of have to let it go.
Well, like some preachers just like, yeah, I mean, and some preachers just like they're on the go. They're like, so you just can't keep up. Which Brother V, he does real well of like knowing when to pause and stuff. So I'm looking forward to it.
Excited about it.
You know, the message still gets done. It still goes forward. The word still goes forward no matter what.